Happy Victory Monday to all the faithful out there. Good to see the gang in here for another 49ers offensive film breakdown in which the San Francisco 49ers absolutely dismantled, discombobulated, massacred the Dallas Cowboys in front of the entire world. And we are going to break it all down right now. So you already know what to do. Drop an SDS in the chat and let's break down the San Francisco 49ers offense taking it to the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. What is good, gang? Oh, baby. Are y'all ready? San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys, prime time. Brock Purdy, 17 of 24, 252 yards, 4 touchdowns. All right, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Huh, Brock? All of Brock's touchdowns came outside of the pocket. Brock Purdy completed 7 of 10 passes, over 10 air yards for 168 yards and 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy leads the NFL in completion percentage with 72.1% on these types of passes. And we are going to break it all down coming up right now. Oh, we got some good run blocking too. So we're going to highlight some of the big boys up front because obviously Brock only got sacked was it one time? Maybe twice. But the offensive line did pretty solid on the day as well. So we're going to take a look at it all. George Kittle, 3 touchdowns. It's a fun day. One of the things that I'm starting to notice with like this film is that the 49ers get better as the game goes on. Brock gets better. Everyone gets better. So as the San Francisco 49ers move throughout this game, you see bigger and bigger plays down the stretch, and it's fun to see. This one, start off with a run, but ideally I want to start and I want to see George Kittle and Trent Williams double to backer right here. First, great job by George to give a little help. Trent then gets DeMarcus Lawrence right on the ground, right on his face. Kittle gets up to second level, puts him on his face. You got Debo out there blocking. You got Juice blocking. Love to see it. Love to see it. So we start off with some pancakes. Kittle down. Trent down. You can see Kittle just throws his dude right into the turf. I like it. I like it. But we're going to get our first Brock Purdy to Brandon Ayuk pass. Nice little slant. Good protection up front. '49ers did a good job of protecting Brock Purdy against Micah Parsons, right? Nice rep. McKivitz gives Parsons the upfield shoulder. If you want to try to beat me with speed, go for it. It's a quick passing game. Not a big deal. Pitch and catch. Take that all day. Easy money. Easy money. Brock Purdy makes it look easy. That's one of the really fun things to watch when we watch this stuff back, is that Brock just does such a good job of doing all the small things exceptionally well. He makes everything look easy. Like, he makes this layered throw look easy. As you're going to see here, as he gets this ball to Brandon Ayuk, he has to adjust the trajectory of the ball in order to get it over the defender in the pass that's standing in the middle of the passing lane. So you can see this can't be a dart. It can't be a bullet. He's got to put some air under it to get it over one. Does just that. Great job. Love it. Love the concept. Play action. You got Juice and Kittle pulling. They sell runs super hard. Flips the hips. Gets it right over. Love to see it. You're going to get the other end zone angle. Easy. Ayuk says, "Get off me, Gilmore." Two. Nice work. Nice work. They're going to play off coverage like that. Take that all day. Take it all day. Tyler called a Kittle game. A couple of us called a Kittle game. Kittle had a day. And we'll see some of those touchdowns coming up. 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns for George Kittle. This was a good throw. And Debo low-key had it, but just wasn't able to bring it in. Thankfully, it wasn't a fumble. But some nice zip on that ball. Get it out quick. All right, we live to play another down. So right here, we are going to get... I like to highlight Ayuk on this play and Burford on this play with the blocking. You're going to get a seal right here from BA. Great job by BA. Look at the running lane it creates. Great job by Kyle Juszczyk on the kick out. And then CMC gets upfield for a solid gain. First down, move the sticks. And then you'll see from this angle, Burford does a really good job of being able to get his guy on the ground. Good job by Burford. You're trying to get a little double with these two, hat on hat. It's a good job by these guys disengaging off their blocks. Kittle gets kind of caught up in the wash here. He's able to take care of Leighton Vander Esch, who actually sounds like he's heading to IR, and I know the play that he got hurt on. And so 33 just does a good job of disengaging. Colton stays with it and almost gets there to allow CMC to try to cut off his hip a little bit. But overall, hey, chunk yardage. First down, move the sticks. I'll take it. The reason why I'll take it is because it sets up our very first touchdown. Our very first touchdown. Oh, I got to press play to George Kittle. Brock Purdy is just so good on the move. Talk about it all the time. His ability to throw from any position. It doesn't matter. Pinpoint accuracy. Has to step up and out. Watch the trajectory of the ball. This is just understanding physics We talk about Brock Purdy's understanding of angles. I mean, just look at the way the ball, because he's moving, there's a science to this. Like, I've had coaches show this example of when you're moving a direction, what happens to the ball when you're moving that direction. It's physics. So you have to account for your momentum, how fast you're moving, and the way the ball comes out, because you can see the ball is going to float to the right because he's moving to the right. So this is like Steph Curry banging a three from the logo, just off the screen, right in the bucket. That's pretty, man. That's pretty good, if you're asking me. Again, not within the normal structure. Has to break out of the pocket, throw on the move. Perfect ball. One of the most catchable balls in the NFL. There's number 1 for Kittle. Let's take a look at the coverage. What's that coverage looking like? So you got a 3-by-1. Oh, that's too easy. That's too easy. That's easy money. Take that all day. So that's our first touchdown of the day. It's a pretty one. I was sitting right in that section, so I had the most beautiful view of it. The most beautiful of views, watching Purdy drop that thing right in the bucket. This one, I wanted to showcase just CMC's ability, because I think in a lot of instances, like when you get this look right here, you've got you got a little bit of outside leverage with 1 and 90. Like, I feel like a lot of guys based on this angle would just run into 1 or try to beat 1 to the edge. But CMC just cuts against the grain and is able to take, a pretty limited gain, if not a negative one, and just cut straight up field, and is able to navigate behind a couple blocks. I like it. CMC didn't have a crazy output from a statistical standpoint, but CMC's still him. Still a baller. All right, we got a Deebo Samuel pitch. It's like a counter pitch. There's a couple plays where I really like the play design and kind of the play call and all of it. I'm a sucker for when Kyle pulls these out of his off his play calling sheet, because it's designed to look like a pitch right. They're going, if you're looking at my screen, they're going that way, but it's effectively a counter, because you got Juice and Kittle pulling back across the formation. Everyone's blocking down. And you get wide back Deebo Samuel, who's going to get the edge, nearly get a first down. I love when Kyle pulls out it's like a counter pitch. I don't know what to call it. Trent Williams, I don't believe, gave up a pressure against Micah Parsons. So you're going to get Micah Parsons off the... Wait, no, this is the wrong play. Wrong play. Reset. We're going to get Micah Parsons on the left side if we're looking at this angle. Trent Williams versus Micah. Love it. Love the pass protection. Look at the feet. Look at the kick step. See how those feet never come together. See how those hips are slow to open, hands down. Trent is so good, man. Trent is good. And that ball almost got there too. I mean, it pretty much did. That is a tight window. But when you have 6 coming in like that, that's a hard catch. I think that thing's a dart though. But I really like that rep versus Trent versus Parsons. So the next one, we're gonna get Kyle Juszczyk on a play action. Of course, we're going to get pre-snap motion. Then he's going to come back across the formation on the play action, and he's going to get the first down on a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. So again, Kyle Shanahan, fantastic, being able to scheme it up. Play action, naked boot. Oh, they bite so hard. Look at the linebackers. Look at the safety. They just don't. They're not expecting Kyle Juszczyk to squeak out. Hits him. If he really wanted to, he could have hit Kittle for a larger game. It would have been I would say like a lesser percentage chance of completion, and they just needed the first. So I'm all for this. I'm all for it. Get it to Juice, get the first down, live to play another day, another down, I should say. First down. All right. So we get a rare miss from Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy throughout the season has been pretty darn accurate and effective. It's really rare that, especially over the middle of the field, and especially around 10 to 15 yards. That's probably where Brock Purdy is like the most deadly, kind of in this range. And this one just, it gets behind him. It's definitely one he would like to have back. Ayuk was open. The read was on point. Timing of everything just was behind him. Obviously, you get this ball out in front of Ayuk opposed to behind. Ayuk has a lot of green in front of him, probably outruns Gilmore, and could make one guy miss. Who knows what that looks like? So, rare miss. Brock's pretty good at those. Want to get that thing out in front. This pass, I actually thought was a pretty good pass. Now, it'll be interesting to see if it's up for debate or not, but I thought this was a good ball. I mean, it's a dart, and it's a dart over the linebacker. It's definitely a difficult catch, but I think that's a ball that if we're being honest with ourselves, an NFL wide receiver should come down with. I mean, again, I get it's a little difficult. It's a little behind. If we're talking NFL standards, that's a little behind. Obviously, you don't want Ronnie reaching back towards the ball. You want him you want the ball on like the other side of his head. But still, to be able to get it over Leighton. Not bad. It's close. But that ball is coming out with some hot fire on it. Tough catch. It's a tough catch, but still, I would say a ball that in the NFL we're trying to come down with. It's not a perfect ball by any stretch, but it's a difficult throw based on the circumstances. All right. We live to play another down. That one didn't work out too well. We got a nice little screen. Again, Kyle is the mad scientist when it comes to designing screens. I mean, what a beautiful setup that is. They starting out of basically bunch formation to the left, and it's just a little sprint pass. Doesn't even set his feet, just gets that thing out in a hurry. Dude, he gets that ball out so fast. It's such an underrated trait of his, and why screens have so much success in this offense is because he gets the ball out so quickly. And he puts it on his guys so they can make a play after the catch. I like the design. This was right after the Fred Warner fumble. So Fred Warner caused the fumble. 49ers get the ball, and then unfortunately they turn it over on downs. I like the way this one was blocked up. Obviously, they almost score on it. Christian McCaffrey, it was a good play by the safety to be able to rip that ball out. But watch Spencer Burford kick out Micah Parsons. Great job by Spencer Burford to create and wall off that hole. Trent Williams with the down block. Trent Williams is the master of just holding where you can't call it. He's so technically advanced that when he holds, you can't tell. Like, he's trying to down block this defensive tackle, but they step opposite ways, so it puts him out of position. So he hooks his left hand underneath the pads and then just kind of flips his hips around. And so the key here is he doesn't extend his arms. Do you see how his arms stay at a 90-degree angle? That's why he's able to get away with the hold. If his arms were extended, and you can see once he gets the job done, he lets go. He is a master within these trenches. And again, there's holding on every play. You got to be able to do it the correct way. And this is the way that you can do it, and you're never going to get called for it. One of the reasons why Trent is so good. Jonathan says Purdy is the definition of a system quarterback. Stick around, Jonathan. And also, Jonathan, what is your definition of a system quarterback? Because I don't know if you are familiar with this, but every single quarterback in the NFL is technically a system quarterback because they all play within a system that they must execute. So if you would like to elaborate exactly on what you're trying to say, I'm assuming based on how you are kind of saying it, that it's kind of like a knock on him. That's my perception. But if I'm wrong, feel free to clarify. Feel free to clarify. I'm, again, like I said, I'm perceiving this as a bit of a knock. As if the only thing that Brock Purdy does is within, or any success he finds is within the scheme. But I don't know. Let's take a look at this system quarterback play right here. You get the razzle dazzle, perfect throw, considering the fact that he has a free rusher barreling down on him. So watch this. You get it's the flea flicker, but 97 wasn't paying attention because he was too busy trying not to fall over, and then realizes Brock Purdy's standing right in front of him. So watch the system right here. So see, the system dictates that he's got to stand in there and take a shot. That's that's the system. That's not Brock, right? That's what you're trying to say. That this throw, based on the fact that he has a free rusher bailing down, I got it. I think that's what he's trying to say. I think when people label quarterbacks system quarterbacks, it's one of the laziest football takes around. And and I'd never really realized it until we had a quarterback like Brock who is clearly above and beyond the system. He takes the system to a different level. But people continue to hammer home that he's a system quarterback, as if he wasn't in this system, he would not be able to have similar success. Again, two things can be true. Three things can be true. Brock can have a phenomenal offensive staff. He could be on a phenomenal team that has a ton of continuity. He has a ton of weapons, and he can also be playing his butt off. That's why I don't like the system tag, because it feels like a backhanded. I don't even know if I could call it a compliment. It just feels backhanded. It doesn't feel genuine, because, again, in reality, every quarterback has to run a system. So, but again, what makes this play great by Brock is, again, his ability to understand right here he is going to get hit. Stands strong, sets his feet. He knows he's got Kittle wide open. So he gets that ball to George in stride so that he could score his second touchdown of the game. So hopefully Jonathan's still around. I don't know if he is, but we'll take a look at more throws by Brock Purdy that I guess would quantify him as a system quarterback. Let's take a look at this throw right here. Oh, here we go. Another systematic throw, apparently. Shout out DJ. So smash that like button for the system. Great throw on the money. I love the route concept here with Ray and Ayuk. You see how they cross, and then they're going to cross, like Ayuk's going to go back to the inside. So he goes behind Ray like he's going outside. One completely flips his hips, and then Ayuk cuts it right back inside, and he is wide open. Now, that is the product of the system. Do you know what's not the product of the system? Look at Brock begin to throw here, and Ayuk isn't out of his break yet. So that's called anticipation. So that is beyond system. Now, does the system require you to throw with anticipation? Of course. Every good quarterback throws with anticipation. Not every good quarterback can throw with anticipation, and that's exactly what this is. And because of that, he throws it to a spot where Ayuk isn't going to get destroyed, because if he's any later with the ball, Ayuk is about 2 feet in front, and there's a very good chance there's contact at basically where the ball is being thrown. So that's why those things are important. And that's why I talk about it all the time. I say it all the time. Brock Purdy does the small things exceptionally well. People don't see it, people don't notice it, or they just don't know what to look for. And they discredit him as a result because they see Brandon Ayuk running wide open and they're like, well, any quarterback can make that throw, right? Like, yeah, that's a pretty standard throw. But the operation, holding the safety with his eyes, throw, like you see that? He's holding the safety with his eyes the whole time, sets, throws with anticipation. It's a good job. Was this the one? Also on this, we get Trent versus Parsons. A little bit of, we got to highlight some of the trenches here. Look at that. Parsons tries to go, I don't know what that is. It's not necessarily speed to power. It's almost like he's threatening upfield shoulder bull rush, kind of. And he wants Trent to open his hips, and then he's going to counter inside, but doesn't work. Trent's there, and so is Banks. Great protection up front. Let's see what we got on the backside. We got Burford and McKivitz. McKivitz takes a little shot, but hey, it's enough. It's enough. DJ says, shot game. Take a shot when Brad says system. Oh, you guys are going to be drunk. Don't play that game. I'm not responsible for how much you drink. Well, our system guy never showed his face again, unfortunately. I was enjoying our conversation. Let's see what else we got. 27. McKivitz is doing well on the right side. He is doing well on the right side. The whole offensive line as a whole is getting better week in, week out. So that's a good sign. And I mean, we might get a couple looks at it, but shout out to Jonathan Feliciano. The 49ers did not skip a beat when Jonathan Feliciano came in at left guard because Aaron Banks had to exit with a shoulder strain. Aaron Banks will be okay, though, which is a good sign for the San Francisco 49ers. So this one is a big gainer on a screen. Christian McCaffrey is a cheat code, effectively, and I want to show you how he breaks this dude's ankles. So I'll let you see if you guys can pick it up first to see how badly he breaks this guy's ankle. You kind of watch number one try to break down and tackle CMC. So number one's going to try to get him. Whew. This next angle, you're going to really get to see. Like, I had to slow it down like 3 or 4 times to like really notice it, because at first I didn't love the cut. But after I watched it again, I was like, oh my goodness, he juked the crap out of him. So there it is. So I wanted CMC to kind of sit in this hip pocket. You see how he cuts to, I would say, our left. You see that cut? I kind of wanted him to sit right in that hip pocket and draw the safety to Burford instead of going, because when he goes like this, do you see how one goes away from Burford? That's how running backs and offensive line work together, is that Burford's going to stay on this track. He's not going left. He's not going right. He's staying on this track. So it's up to the running back to almost draw the defender to Burford. So I didn't like it at first because I was like, man, if he waited for one to draw into 74 and then he cut off Kittle's block, might have been a touchdown. But look at this. Oh, one goes straight to a knee. Oh, he got him. He got him. One one tried to break down, said, nope, not gonna happen. So he cooked him. Cooked him. Again, I'll show you kind of like what I was looking at. Because you had this leverage here, I was kind of wanting CMC to chill in this pocket and then cut out. So you bring one into 74, you bounce this out behind Kittle's block, maybe a touchdown. But still, nice ankle breaker right there. Also, because no Elijah Mitchell for the last 2 weeks, Jordan Mason's getting some more run. And again, we know Jordan Mason is a good runner. He's a hard runner, extremely physical, downhill back who has good vision and one cut ability. And this is going to be, what is this? Basically a inside zone. So you got an inside zone blocked up well by the boys. You're going to get a double. So this is my small enter the sourdough squad offensive line room. This would be my coaching point to Spencer Burford on this particular play. Is the whole point of the double, boom. This is textbook of how you want to set up a double. You want to split the man, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, eyes up. This is textbook how you want to start a double team. The thing is both, like, you're not looking at the guy you're blocking. You're looking at Leighton because you need to determine, is Leighton going to flow over the top or is he going to flow underneath? Based on where Leighton goes is who peels. And so if Leighton goes over the top, Burford peels, McKivitz takes over the block. If Leighton goes underneath, McKivitz peels off, Burford stays on this block. So this is my critique because I do think it changes. This could have been a touchdown potentially if we blocked it up to perfection. So let's run it a little bit. So as you can see, Leighton goes underneath, right? Burford comes off. That is where this goes from a big gain, or this goes from a potential touchdown to just a big gain. Because now Burford's in no man's land. This guy is now unblocked because McKivitz does his responsibility, which is to peel, and that messes up. He almost gets the tackle. It forces Mason to change his angle, which runs into Brendel. And he's a tough runner, so he's able to get more. But you can see how if this lane is maintained because Burford continues to push here, and you can draw an imaginary line right here, Mason is going to hit this hole straight. You got this block, and then you got Debo coming across. So Mason should be right here, and then he's cutting to the outside like he did. So this is how I would imagine an offensive line coach would break this down. And these are the small details that take a big gain that is still a really good gain, but this probably could have been close to a touchdown or an even bigger gain if we can just stay on 99 as our responsibility and create that natural running lane, you can see how the lane collapses here. I want Jordan running right down the hash marks. And that kind of still a good game though. But that's how I'm coaching it up if it comes to blocking up front. All right. Another solid gashing Jordan Mason run. Tough runner up the middle. Jordan Mason is a phenomenal back to like be the closer type back that you need to keep CMC fresh, bring guys in. We got a near touchdown by Deebo Samuel. I love the play design on this one because you're going to start off with Deebo Samuel flanked to the right of Brock Purdy. It's trips right, and you're going to see the pre-snap motion. So all of a sudden, it's like you've got this. Look at the relation of all the routes being ran. You got Kittle on a post, Juwan on an out, CMC on a go, and looks like it's like basically a Texas by Deebo. And the routes in front of him buy him some space. I like the design of it. Almost touchdown. Dart. Just absolutely perfect ball placement. Man, Purdy gets that ball out in a hurry. I mean, really has a ton of zip. This team is going to be hard to stop when they play like this. You're going to get a Christian McCaffrey touchdown. The big block on this is Colton McKivitz. Colton McKivitz should be celebrating because this was a touchdown-making block. This is a really hard block, might I add you. He has to ensure that DeMarcus Lawrence, who's one of the better defensive ends in the NFL, cannot get penetration. And you can see Lawrence is already an inside shade. So this is already a really difficult block. It's a really difficult down block. But, man, what a block by McKivitz. Cooked him. CMC runs right off of it. Boom. Touchdown. Good push by Brendel and Burford. Good push by Trent and Banks. Juice comes across. Touchdown. This next throw by Brock Purdy might be my favorite. We're going to get into this like little rhythm section where Brock Purdy made a couple really good throws. And again, kind of smashes the whole system quarterback narrative that again is designed to tear him down a bit. So this was incomplete, but then right after this, Brock's going to start dealing a little bit low and away. Defender's able to get his hands in there, breaks up the ball. All right, that's fine. But the throw that we have coming up, this is one of my favorite throws on the day. Wait, nope. Shout out to Kyle Shanahan's system for threading this over the linebacker. Good job by Kyle Shanahan's system here to be able to get this ball right over the linebacker's hands. This throw is nasty. Oh, you almost had it. You almost had it. Nope. This is a great throw, man. Honestly, it looked better on tape. I thought it was a good throw at the stadium, and I caught it and I posted it. But then I watched it back on tape, and I'm like, dang, this is even better. It looks even better on tape. Oh my goodness. What a ball. What a ball. Honestly, like and again, if you're trying to say that Brock Purdy's a system quarterback as a knock, I just assume you don't watch 49ers football. That's just my assumption at this point. Brock does everything Brock's asked to do everything. He does everything he's asked to do and then some. All right. Then Brock comes back with a dot. This is not a system throw. This is a very difficult throw. Wow. Cowboys 49ers was the most watched Sunday night football game in history. That's crazy. So that game was the most. So the Cowboys had literally the entire nation watching them crumble at the hands of Brock Purdy. That's crazy. But this is just a perfect throw, man. This is a phenomenal throw. And what I like about it too is he has to reset a little bit because you're going to see him in the pocket. He's got to kind of reset, right? Not super clean out of his hitch. See the feet, kind of has to reset and just delivers a dime. See, this is why, like, when that's why I don't like the backhanded compliments because this isn't the system. This is literally Brock executing that. That is a great I mean, that is perfect ball placement. Perfect ball placement. Jimmy and Trey running up the middle on that. You're probably right. And again, that's not even a shot at those guys. It's just based on their tendencies. And that's the difference. Like Brock takes these shots outside the numbers. Also, look at Spencer just manhandle this guy. Just grabs him by the throat and just dang. All right, Spencer. So look at this. Look at that shot right there. You want to know why they call it the trenches? That is nasty. Okay, so I think they called a penalty. They might even called a penalty on Spencer. They might have even called a penalty on Spencer here. I'm not sure exactly, but they did call a penalty. So it's 3rd and 14. All right. So we lose out on that big play to Brandon Ayuk due to Spencer Burford choke slamming the defensive tackle. To be honest with you, I don't hate it by Spencer Burford. I don't. Again, I like that type of nastiness. They got you that time. That's fine. We'll go back and deliver another dime to Debo Samuel. Brock said, "All right, let's do it again." That's fine. We'll take that one back. We'll get great coverage. And I'm telling you, man, Brock's arm somehow got better after UCL surgery. I need someone to help explain this to me. How did Brock Purdy's arm improve post UCL surgery? Now, I've heard people talk about it because the rehab process is so meticulous at like rebuilding the arm and the elbow that happens sometimes with like pitchers. They start throwing harder. Like I I don't see a diminished arm. I see a better arm, honestly. Like his arm talent has been impressed. It's probably been one of the most impressive things watching him through the first 5 weeks is that I don't see anything that would be like, "Oh yeah, his arm like look at that. That's a dot." That's like again, it's like Steph when he drops back, comes up to the line, comes up to a 3, knows he's going to fleece it. Like that's crazy. Great throw. Let's see where uh Debo's coming from. I like the route concept. It's like a Jawan clear out. Debo comes right underneath it. Brandon Ayuk out in front, looking to block someone. All right. Then right after this, we should be also getting a Purdy dart to Kyle Juszczyk. Brock's dealing. Play action. He has to throw this one a little bit sidearm too. See how he kind of whips? It's more of a whip. You had to like whip it in there. And then we get yet another San Francisco 49ers touchdown from Brock Purdy on another beautiful throw. Play action, flips hips around, and gets it over all the junk and just drops it right in the bucket. Guys, the San Francisco 49ers are going to win a lot of games with quarterback play like this. You call him a system quarterback all you want. I do not care. The San Francisco 49ers are going to win a ton of football games with quarterback play like this. He fits perfectly for what Kyle's trying to execute. He executes and then goes above and beyond what needs to be executed. Beautiful. All right, where are we at? We got Brock throwing dimes. Oh, dude, Michael was crying all game. I don't know if you saw that. He was complaining the entire game. Almost every play, it felt like Michael was looking back at the ref for like a call or something like that. That ball doesn't hang up there. Like, that's outside the numbers. That ball doesn't hang on them. I mean, that's a good ball. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Almost touchdown right here by Juice. Juice almost gets it in. I love it though. Play action, fullback screen. I mean, everything about this looks like a run. Everything. And then, nope. It's all good. Juice is going to get rewarded for his hard work. CMC almost gets it. All right. Let's do a little play action. Brock Purdy on the move. Easy. Pitch and catch. Watch Brock. He just walks off. He's like, easy money. What I do like too about them utilizing juice is in this particular game is that it's just the Steelers signed Jack Coletto. Oh, would you look at that? Former 49ers fullback. As we're talking about fullbacks, Jack Coletto signs with the Steelers just now. Just the fullback's ears must be burning. But the point of what I was saying is that now that Kyle Shanahan has truly introduced Kyle Juszczyk as a threat, that's just another thing that defenses are going to have to pay attention to. And this was like the dagger in the heart. Jordan Mason's touchdown run. Trent Williams cleaning up. Great block by Kittle. Man. All right. Let's go Kittle and Trent. When these two guys work on the same same side, it's magic. They leave Parsons unblocked so that Juice could come up and try to wall him off. Trent goes to second level for Leighton Vander Esch. And this, I believe, is a play where Leighton gets hurt on because basically Trent Williams lays him right into Parsons. And then you can see Kittle just completely kicks out his guy. Number 28 got put on roller skates, and Jordan Mason finished the job. See Trent, watch Trent. Swipe. See the swipe. Hand on the back. Throws him right into Parsons. I'm not laughing because sounds like Leighton did get really hurt on this play, but Trent is just a crazy dude. See the swipe and how it changes his balance? That's crazy, man. Trent is a different animal. Different animal, man. Great job by Feliciano. Dude, Feliciano came in and looked fantastic. Feliciano looks great. Yes, good call out on Burford. Great job by Burford to get those hips around. Yeah, that was a great job by Burford. Let's go. And we'll end it on a touchdown. Shout out to Darnold and all those boys. But we're here for some Purdy. We're here for some of the starters, and we'll take a look at those boys later on. But the crazy thing is that the 49ers could have beat the Cowboys by more. They easily could have beat them by more. You look at the tape, they didn't play a perfect game. You know what I mean? And that's what makes this team extremely dangerous. Is the offense didn't play perfectly, and they still put up 42 points on what is supposedly supposed to be the best defense in the NFL. Supposedly. So we're told. But you know, like 49ers 5-0, getting ready to face off against the Cleveland Browns. Man, the Cleveland Browns have a really good defense as well. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, JOK. They got some dogs. Hurst is balling out. Maurice Hurst, former Niner. So they got one of the top defenses. So, but right now, man, the 49ers are playing lights out, and they can get even better. They really could. They could take it up another notch. So I pray for the rest of the league because 49ers team that's executing at a high level, they're beating probably everyone right now. They're beating everyone. I don't see how anyone could say that the 49ers couldn't get into a shootout with anyone or anything. So, man, 49ers balling on offense. We'll do the defensive film tomorrow for sure. We'll do the defense tomorrow. It'll be a great test. It'll be a great test, but again, you have to play complementary football as well. If the 49ers are facing DTR, that's going to put their it's going to put their defense at a disadvantage because again, if the defense is on the field all game and they're going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, you got to play complementary. And that's why the 49ers are doing so good. They're again, 49ers defense had a turnover. Then 49ers turned it right back over. Defense got a 3 and out, offense scored. That's like complementary football right there. Like you got to be able to be balanced on both sides. So if they're unbalanced, it can really put strain on one side. We'll see. I would imagine Deshaun plays. I don't think Deshaun's going to miss. I think he's going to play. So we'll see. Yeah, I saw that about E-Man. That is terrible. Thank you for the follow on IG. Yeah, dude, E-Man's first game, and I think it was against the Panthers too, the same team that he tore his ACL against. Oh, I remember when he tore his ACL against the Panthers with us. I was sick. I was so sick. He was playing at such a high level. he was playing at such a high level. And E-Man is such a good guy. Oh man, that sucked. And then do you guys remember? I don't even know if I want to talk about the injury stuff. I get a bad feeling just talking about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about injuries anymore. I didn't even say anything. I'm just knocking on wood. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Do I think we're going to trade for Patrick Surtain? I mean, it sounds like the Denver Broncos are open for business. So we'll see. We'll see. Panthers still haven't won a game. They should trade Brian Burns. I mean, honestly, outside that one play to Isaiah Oliver, I thought the cornerbacks did pretty well. I still got to watch the tape, but I thought Diamador played well. I thought Charvarius played really well. And outside the one bad play by Isaiah Oliver, I thought he played well. I thought he played well too. So, but we'll see. We'll do defensive tape tomorrow. We'll see. I'll have a better idea. But I really enjoyed doing the defensive tape last week. Doing it last week reminded me why I need to do defensive tape, and I can't just ignore it because I'm such an offensive focused guy. Watching the defense last week really made me feel like I understood like where they were good, where they were having shortcomings. I felt like they needed defensive edge help. They go out and trade for a defensive end. So I feel like I'm going to keep doing the defense. So we'll see. What is this? Oh, Micah Parsons responding to F Dallas. Ooh, we got some stuff to cook up. All right, I'm going to be posting. It looks like Micah Parsons responded to the F Dallas. So we'll get into that. Shout out to all you guys, man. Thank you as always for tapping in to the film breakdown. Smash that like button on your way out. And we'll do defensive film breakdown tomorrow. Appreciate all you guys. I'm out of here for now. Peace. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see